I wish I knew, but I've had to take my best guess. Probably a couple things. One is, I think even pre-pandemic, you had the right like factors in place that were causing major shifts in higher education, right? You had a booming adult population that's starting to like, need upskilling. It's starting to become more the normal. They're not necessarily that adult populations wanting to go into a physical classroom every day. They have work, they have kids. So you're starting to see the higher education, communities having to adapt to that student. Technology advancing at a pretty rapid rate. The idea of going to school for 4 years, like what if I could just get a specific skill? Like you had all of the factors that were caught, public perception of quality versus like all the factors were there that were causing shifts. I think the pandemic just put like acceleration to it. So, from here, next couple of years, what do I think will happen? I mean, first, I was part of a Gates fellowship, myself and 32 other provosts, and the fellowship was focused around digital courseware and the evolutions happening there. I still very much believe you're going to see, if it isn't already here, it's coming here very soon, the death of the textbook as we once knew it, and the birth of digital courseware, which is really code word for adaptive learning, right? I mean, we're going to have, with our vendor partners, you're going to have increasingly over the next couple of years the ability to customize like the digital educational experience. And you're going to see a lot more, diagnostic, formative, summative assessments that are tailoring, more customizing individualized student learning. You're going to see customization of education, right? I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about it. I mean, and the textbook evolution is just one part of it. I think AI is another, but I think that's one. But if you think about like really good learning, let's argue that's like lower level blooms. That's like comprehension, basic knowledge kind of learning. The part that I actually get most excited about is if you can leverage technology and partnership to create an environment where students get more of a customized education at that lower level blooms. You can create more energy, whether it be faculty time, instructional designer time, et cetera, to create that deeper, higher level learning. And I think of that as like situated, authentic learning, right? I mean, the idea that you either go to college to be like, let's say you're going to be in criminal justice and you spend 4 years writing like a bunch of 10-page papers, but you never actually do the real thing that you're being trained to do on the job, like that's a miss. So if you have technology, let's call it immersive learning, gamification, all that sort of stuff that's starting to become more affordable, easier to use, et cetera, that to me opens up the door for this intersection of these two things, situated authentic learning, but in an online scaled space, right? Virtual reality, immersive learning, so that you can start to create scenarios in which students are actually doing the real thing that they're going to do once they graduate on the job, but in an environment where it's okay to fail, it's okay to make mistakes. That's actually part of what you're trying to create, and you're getting that faculty feedback that's really rich and timely. And so I think the next couple of years, you're going to see virtual reality, you're going to see immersive environments really take off when specifically aligned to what we know about great learning, which is situated, authentic learning. So those two things for me, customization of learning, situated, authentic, fueled by some of the advancements in immersive reality and AR and et cetera. Again, I wish I had a crystal ball, but that's my take.